Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man fatally shot by police in Central Village identified. The man who was fatally shot in an alleged police confrontation on Saturday in Big Lane, Central Village, St. Catherine, has been identified. He is 20-year-old laborer Shaquille Smith, otherwise called DJ, of Broad Jungle in Central Village. It is reported that about 10:20 p.m., a police team was on patrol in Big Lane when, upon reaching the intersection of Tate Drive and Central Road in the community, Smith was seen and he reported a run. He was pursued by the police into a premises where alleged pointed a gun at the cop. The police said the cops took evasive action and Smith was shot. According to the police, a 9mm pistol loaded with a magazine containing 6 rounds and another magazine containing 15 rounds were retrieved from him. He later succumbed to his injuries at the Spanish Town Hospital. Police seek public's assistance in locating relatives of deceased woman. Detectives assigned to the St. James Police Division are seeking the public's assistance in locating the relatives of a woman who was killed on Jimmy Cliff Boulevard, Montego Bay in the parish on Friday, July 28. The body is of dark complexion, slim build, and about 5 feet 6 inches tall. It was clad in a white blouse, multicolored skirt, and barefooted. Reports were that about 12:10 a.m. that day, citizens stumbled upon the body of the woman and summoned the police. Upon their arrival, the woman was found on the sidewalk with a stab wound to her back. The scene was processed and the body removed to the morgue. The relatives or anyone who may be able to locate the relatives of this woman is being asked to contact the Montego Bay CIB at 876-953-6191, Police 119 emergency number or the nearest police station. 60 years old, found dead at pig farm in Plantain Heights, St. Andrew. A 60-year-old farmer was found dead at a pig farm on Everest Drive in Plantation Heights, St. Andrew on Sunday morning. Police said the deceased is believed to be Lloyd Garnett, a pig farmer from Water Lane in Mandeville, Manchester. Reports were that the body of the now deceased was found around 8:30 a.m. after residents reported they heard loud explosions sounding and contacted the police. Upon arrival, the police found the body on a hillside near a pig farm lying face down with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the head. The body, police said, is of dark complexion, slim built, about 5 feet 6 inches tall, and sports dreadlock hairstyle. It was clad in a blue t-shirt, blue and yellow shorts, and black and white slippers. A white Toyota station wagon motor car was found at the scene. Police believe it was owned by Garnett. A cellular phone was also found on the scene with a copy of what is believed to be the dead man's driver's license. Trial begins for businessman Everton Beachy Stout McDonald in murder of second wife. The trial of Portland businessman Everton Beachy Stout McDonald in the murder of his second wife got underway in the Home Circuit Court. A 7-member jury consisting of 6 men and a woman was selected before presiding judge Chester Stamp. The businessman and his co-accused, Oscar Barnes, are being tried for the July 20, 2020 murder of his second wife, Tonya McDonald. Her partially burnt body was found with the throat slash and stumped beside her race car along the Sherwood Forest Main Road in Portland. The lead prosecutor in her opening said, "We are saying that they killed Tonya without any legal excuse, and we will bring witnesses here to tell you how it went." McDonald is being represented by attorneys at law Earl Hamilton, Courtney Rowe, Christopher Townsend, and John Jacobs. Barnes, whose bail was revoked, is being represented by Ernest Davis. The trial, however, was just adjourned for lunch and will resume at 2 p.m. with the first witness, who is already serving time in prison for killing Tonya. Meanwhile, McDonald is also charged with the 2009 murder of his first wife, Marlene. He is to be tried alone for that matter in January 2024. Investigators reopened that case in 2020 following the murder of Tonya. Wholeness reinforces collaborative effort needed to fight crime. Prime Minister Andrew Holness disclosed that the government is ready to unveil the second phase of its national crime-fighting strategy. The Prime Minister made the disclosure during a tour of Central Gardens in downtown Kingston as part of the Project STAR social intervention program. For that phase, he said, child health and child development experts will have a critical role to play. We have had now, for the last 2 years, a committee that has been empaneled to develop a national strategy to deal with violence, and it is the National Committee for the Prevention of Violence, headed by Professor Maureen Sams-Vaughan, Holness stated. It is a whole of society effort where persons who are skilled in this area, persons who are academics, and persons who understand this area have been working in a collaborative effort to look at all the interventions that the government already would have sponsored, to bring them together in a cohesive whole-of-government approach to treat with the other elements of the challenge, and that is violence, social and socio-emotional interactions, he explained. However, Holness did not go into specifics about how the committee would work or the communities it would target. He declared that its high crime fighting strategy to date has focused heavily on technology and equipment for the security forces, noting that this investment was only half of the solution. The next phase of the government's crime fighting strategy is to treat with the center, and the center of the problem is the person. So we have to now invest heavily in the social support, our psychological and emotional support. We have to invest heavily in our crime prevention, in our youth involvement, in our community involvement, and you would have started to see that we have been putting significant resources in for our young people for psychosocial and social emotional support, but we are going to take that a step further. The Prime Minister was on a tour of communities where Project STAR, the private sector-led social intervention program, has been integral, involved in using sport, among other things, to foster positive changes and guide inner-city residents, especially the young, towards more progressive lifestyles. Accompanied by Minister of National Security Dr. Armstrong and Police Commissioner Anthony Anderson, Holness first got a chance to interact with beneficiaries of the Calabar Infant Primary and Junior High School before going on to Kingston Technical High School, with the next leg of the tour taking them to Holy Family Primary School and a walk through the community where he addressed residents. He defended the effectiveness of zones of special operations and states of emergencies in forcing criminals to rethink how they operate in communities. However, he said more needs to be done. We cannot hold this space forever under security operations, Holness stated. That's not the solution. The solution is, while we have created this space, we have to get the parent to come out and take responsibility for their children, which is why I'm so pleased to hear about the efforts in parenting under Project STAR. Meanwhile, with men and boys being main perpetrators as well as victims of crime, responsibility for 90% of murders and other major crimes, they will require special attention according to the Prime Minister. There has to be the general policy, a focus on our young men, particularly those 16 to 24 years, and so I am happy to see the Project STAR has made some interventions, Holness observed. It is important that the nation understands that while we do pursue hard policing strategies and policies, that there is a sign that treats with the socio-emotional regulation of the people in the community to acknowledge that there are challenges, he added. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.